Have you find out your cost per click? And now, the only thing left is the budget. I mentioned at the beginning, can you set it? A budget equivalent to $8 to $15, and it all depends on the cost per click you get at first. The smaller the budget, and if you're also using the maximize conversion strategy, there's a high risk that performance will go after very cheap traffic. And there's no guarantee that this very cheap traffic will actually be profitable. So, if you see very low cost per click, that should be a red flag for you. How do you find out your cost per click? It's very simple. You go into Settings, Planning, Keyword Planner, and enter either your website here, right here, and here you can immediately get some average values for yourself. So the higher it is, higher means, for how much? If it goes over $1.50, definitely, then the starting budget can be around $50 to $60. The lower your cost per click, for example, if it's under $1, the budget can actually be much smaller. Why do we set a lower budget at the beginning? In order to train the AI very merrily, very precisely, to find your conversions as accurately as possible. The AI learns in such a way that you give it data and also specify what needs to be done with that data. If we don't set up targeting algorithms, then you need to specify what you want to get from it. When can you increase the budget? You can try increasing it even after just 3 to 4 days. Increase it if you're getting very few impressions, that is, very few views. But there's no budget ceiling. There are no optimal budget formulas based on the number of products or anything like that either. Because this system comes from regular e-commerce, and even there, this approach doesn't really work anymore. So you can start with these budgets or just set an average amount. For example, let's take the UK market, or Germany, or France. You can start with $20 to $30. That's also a decent starting budget, and you can always increase it later. It makes sense to increase it in cases when you see feedback coming in, meaning it starts collecting those same metrics. If people start buying, then it makes even more sense to increase the budget. How often should you increase it? If you see that the return on your ad campaign is right on the edge, meaning it's almost not paying off, then most likely you should increase it by about 20%.